Hey YouTube, it's Matt with the Mats. I'm Matt, and Matt number 2 is under the weather. He may have the plague, he might have the flu, he might have COVID. He don't know. He messaged me as like, dude, I am on the IR list right now. I was like, okay. So hopefully hopefully he is sleeping and in bed. That's the plan. So hopefully.
So he's got the insert generic symptoms for every illness list here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He said
day to day. We're all day to day.
yes.
Yeah, everybody's day to day.
Yes.
The moment you are born, you are day to day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Like Chris says, after 40, we're all day to day. Yep.
It's cancer.
yep.
You have one symptom of the cancer.
If you Google it, you're 1 in 15 million, and you have 6 weeks.
I better say goodbye now.
Yep. Goodbye right now. But hopefully he feels better. That's gotta suck, you know.
Yeah.
Especially right when it's supposed to start getting nice.
Right.
Yeah. I went through it last week, or was it the week of the IPMS meeting?
Yeah. That was last week.
Plus bucket.
Yep. So tonight we're joined by Jim and Kent and Gavin and Marion and Julian and Bob and Grant and Chris and Jordan. So we have a full house tonight. Let's see. Oh, do we have a Carol?
She is on the way. I think she's at the Wally World.
Okay. So I don't want to forget her when she pumps in. So
Gentleman like.
yes.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
I try to be. That's what my parents raised me. So
He's a teacher.
yeah.
That's what they pay him for.
It's better than being a gentleman in a schooner.
Yeah, then you're just all washed up.
Yeah.
Oh.
So tonight, since I'm running solo here, we're gonna be working on the little. Let's see, my little 187th scale building here. We're doing the thing that's it's HO. Yep. It is the little modern church here. Used to be on my train board when I was a kid, and I was like, this is really, really cool. And Gavin helped me find it on the eBays, and here we are. So,
Unbelievable.
It's good like that.
yeah. You know, y'all accuse me of being an enabler. Come on now. I think we all enable each other. So,
Yo, 100%.
It's mutual.
I have a siren addiction.
yes.
Don't we all? Okay.
I'm an inch cannon. I'm addicted to plastic.
Yes. All right, let's get
I found an outlet for my diecast addiction.
His name is Bruce. He didn't know his father. So,
Let's just,
oh, I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
nope, you're good.
No, since Bill isn't on, look what I got today.
The Hashikawa
fire truck.
The Red Power Panther 616 airport trash changer.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Just so
That's
you
very
know,
futuristic.
he did say to challenge him. I haven't even opened it. I wanted to, but I didn't.
You know you want to.
Oh, I do. I totally do, but I'm not gonna.
You know, you can buy another one. You can make it a buddy build then.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give it to him, and then I'm gonna have him open it there so I can see it.
Oh, wow.
Is this still plugging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't show you Marion's because Marion's online.
Because Marion's on here.
Well, it's right over there.
Big giant figure, right?
Marion will love it.
He'll love it.
Statue of Liberty, right?
Yep.
You want to see if I don't get something like Jabba's palace or something.
No, it's a
Bill,
1/60th.
I'm pretty sure Bill likes Star Wars.
I was say it's a
Back from the
1/60th.
USSR.
It's a 1/60th Gundam, right, Chris?
I'm sure you're in my own, which I do.
Great.
I found one.
Found what?
Found one what?
Found it.
Is it a?
Found a carol.
You found a carol.
Found a carol?
Yay! He found a carol.
More like she found you under a rock or something.
Maybe.
Wow, it's caroling Carol.
That woman is a saint, and don't ever let anybody tell you different.
That's right.
I know his name.
Yeah. So Jim, what you doing there?
You don't have to suck up to her. You're already with her. I am. This is the floor pan of the Formula One. I actually learned something a couple days ago, and right now I'm doing the decals that do the carbon fiber.
Okay.
There, I found out that microsole is not good for using it as microset, so don't do that. Yeah, it didn't work, and I did tear the front one because of it.
I hope I didn't hit YouTube.
You know, it was on me. That's the V8 engine port, the Mercedes engine. It looks great. It will actually be hit by the rest of the body when I'm done. Completely. But and I was not aware of this.
You want to be on? Sorry, I'm interrupting you guys.
On the bottom of all Formula One cars, they have what they call a wear plate or skid plate. And the rules state that this cannot be, the thickness cannot go below 9 millimeters. It's 11 millimeters now. They put it on here so that you don't put an excessive amount of downforce. That's considered cheating if you do that.
You get more grip that way.
Exactly. So,
Only Ferrari can do it.
well, no, they actually got disqualified 2 years ago for that. McLaren got disqualified this year for it because theirs was at it was 8.98, and they got disqualified for it.
8.98 millimeters?
Yeah, and it can't go below 9.
No, wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
Couple of splitting hairs.
they are very particular about it. But what I found out, this is made of wood.
What?
That side plate is made of wood. If you look, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see there's a wood grain pattern on that?
Well, wouldn't wood, depending on the humidity, wouldn't it swell? So you could change your dimensions.
That's what I said. So I looked it up. I'm like, no way. They're not putting it looks like a freaking 2x4.
It's a board. You're right.
What it is, it's made of wood, but it's a special kind of wood, obviously, but it's still wood. And you're right, Ken. It expands. Yep, there it is. So
Holy smokes.
yeah, so I gotta worry about that. I gotta figure out how to do that with wood, you know. But yeah, it's made of wood. And it does expand or contract. So on rainy days, I found out on rainy days, they do give them a little leeway because wood swells when it gets wet.
Wax it like a snowboard.
Exactly. Well, it's got a covering on it, which is what you see in those pictures. That's it. It's
That's crazy.
yeah.
I just learned something new today. Thanks, Jim.
Me too.
I know that.
I watch F1 and I thought, no way, because when they go over bumps and stuff, you see them spark.
Yeah.
Well, that's the bottom of the car. That's the titanium screws that are holding the wood on. That's causing the sparks, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That's insane.
See, modeling teaches you stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
Slight tangent. That's an excellent photograph.
that is
It
pretty
is.
cool.
That's actually the one I used for my reference photo.
Is it smoking because it rolled over?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to see. I think that
It's
might
not
be.
an AI generated image, it's a real one.
No, that's
Yeah, that's real.
either Checo or Joe Grand U from 2 years ago.
Wow.
It's an RC car.
It's pretty cool. RC car. Just to me, RC Formula One car. It's pretty cool how they have it channeled to let the air flow around the body like that.
Oh yeah. If you look on the bottom of this thing, there's fins
Yeah.
that all direct air. Everything is all about directing air on this thing.
Yeah. That's how the cup cars are now. They all have rear diffusers and everything.
Amazing.
So yeah, I learned that.
They said
Yeah,
that
question.
Earnhardt could see the air. And I don't know
Yeah,
how true
that's-
that is, but
That's stupid, Gavin.
Wow, that was harsh.
Well, it's true. You can't see the air, all right? That's more of like a metaphor, right? For his skills, because he was so good. He could see the air.
probably, and then that turns into an urban myth.
Right.
There is sort of like a legend behind, because he always had that mustache. And even when he was in his 20s, just starting in 74, he had a mustache.
Don't tell me he was using it as a weather vane.
They say that he could feel the high and low pressure of the draft on his facial hair, and that's how he was so good.
Oh my god. Okay. Just for the record, as somebody who has had a mustache, no, you can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't. It's funny,
When guys lose, they'll say anything, really.
Oh.
Okay, I have my question. So I got these Edward 3D printed flaps. These are all bent out of shape. So if I dunk them in really hot water or heat them with a hairdryer, will they naturally return to the shape they're supposed to be, or do I actually have to hold them in place?
You have to hold them, talk to them nicely.
Yeah, if you need them flat, I would rubber band them to a piece of metal.
Okay.
Is it photo etch or is it the vinyl decal stuff?
No, it's 3D resin.
It's resin, yeah.
Oh.
So, but I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, that you'll get it back to shape, but once it cools, it'll go back to the bent shape. So you might try it on one, but
Memory thing.
yeah, it's a memory thing. It may or may not work.
Well, but like he said, if you put it on something flat,
Yeah,
and then gently heat it, like with now I would even
with a blowtorch.
Sure.
Wire.
No, put it in hot water.
Yeah, go hot water.
Hot water would probably be your best bet.
Just get plywood replacements.
Like if you had two pieces of metal and you clamped them with like some of these clamps, like paper clamps or whatever clips, just to keep it sandwiched between two pieces of metal, keep it in some hot water for.
Well, the problem is the part of the flap that's on the upper part of the wing. It's got these like spokes on it or whatever.
Oh, it's good
The
detail.
frame,
Yeah,
and these are like not straight at all.
yeah.
That's how stand. They need to start putting boxes around these things.
Okay.
That's what
Because it's kind
some of the major 3D resin guys are doing now. They put like all the parts on one platform and then they build a cage around it,
Yeah.
which is awesome to keep it from getting damaged in shipping.
yeah, and these are
That's
just
what Duke's
uncaged.
model does with his. Yeah.
They're
And they're
uncaged
thrown
flopping
into
around
a
the box.
tiny plastic bag. Like,
Yeah. Edward's the worst for handling their resin because you get like this, right? Here's a box. The parts can just flop around inside there.
yeah.
Same with
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever used any Edward resin parts.
they make nice parts. I like their stuff.
Yeah.
Just depends on what you get, whether it's packed well or not.
You can see this one's set on the seat.
Yeah, they built a cage around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Yeah. Their newer stuff is coming like that.
This is what it shouldn't be. Like, here's the true details. Bag of resin parts for a BF-109K4. It's just flopping around in here.
I'm surprised it's still around. It hasn't disintegrated after all these years.
Yeah. I don't know.
Resin can be brittle. That's why I had to switch to my ABS stuff.
This used to belong to Andy Yankus. I think the guy that, he was one of the guys that worked at Aurora.
Oh, wow.
He passed away a couple years ago. Andy Yankus, I think. Gavin would know him because he was close to Max at Max Models.
So Ken, how's the 14 coming?
It's coming along very nice. It's really, I'm just, every time I put a part in, I'm blown away by how the design, the engineering, and the fit is on it. With the exception of the nose, like down here, where it's going, there's a small step here, and there's no way you could get that to go away. So, but the way I look at it, it's underneath. No one's going to see it when it's sitting on its gear.
All right.
You're not going to see, unless you pick up the model and look, you're not going to see the step.
Don't do that.
But
Hit my feet there, buddy.
I just thought that was weird because, and then the other thing I posted on the mats is when the fuselage slid into this wing section, the right side, you can't even see where the seam, because they do it along the panel line, it looks like it's molded in. There's like no transition. It's so smooth. But on the left side, there's a bit more of a gap there, and it's a little obvious. So, and I tried to hold it in place, and no matter what I did, when it dried, I left it to dry overnight. I come back in the morning, and it sort of worked its way open again. So I just ran some Mr. Surface to 1000 in there, and I think that'll make it less obvious now. So when it's primed over and painted, you won't even know the difference.
Nice.
Cool.
I think that will work. I just thought it was weird because they made such a precise fitting part, but on one side, it's so precise, there's no wiggle room to adjust it. I couldn't get rid of that little tab on the left side.
No.
Because there's plastic here and here on either side, and there's like no wiggle room. It just slides into a tight fit, and you can't, make it go either way. I guess you could cut away some plastic to increase the gap on the other side, but I didn't want to mess with that. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's looking really good. It really is.
These panels here, you can't tell the gun panel, the gun cover panel. There's like 3 panels that go in there. You can't tell that they aren't molded with the fuselage. They fit in so precisely. I'm in awe at their engineering on this kit. This is actually going to be my first. I'll probably finish this before the ME-109. This would have been my first Tamiya airplane model I've ever built.
What? Really?
Yeah. I've built Tamiya armor kits before, but I've never built any of their airplanes, so this is going to be...
I built the Tamiya, the armor. I don't think I built a Tamiya aircraft either.
What? I have some, but I've never. I was stockpiling them, but I'm like, I should build one of these because I hear great things about them.
They're fantastic.
Yeah. And this one here is
I have that exact same kit. Now, like I said, all the armor I have was all Tamiya. I don't. Yeah. So I built that Tiger One was Tamiya. That thing just, man, that thing just fell together. I love that.
The last one I built was the 148 M8 motor carriage, and that thing fit together so nicely, and that was just a fun build. If I had more time, I would have done a better job weathering it, but it was for the Plastic Posse podcast. 100. So I had a short time span on it, but it was really fun. I'd build another one in a heartbeat.
Well, those went down pretty good.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, that looks great, Jim.
Yeah.
They went down really well. I'm impressed. For
Okay, Jordan. I know you're muted right now, but what you working on? Because I know you normally have to bail out soon for kid duty.
Well, I already had to bail once for kid duty, but I'm just enjoying conversation tonight. I'm nursing a shoulder issue that I got from CrossFit. I was telling you guys about last week. I went and got looked at today. No rips or tears in my rotator cuff. I've got some micro tears in my trap, which is what's causing my shoulder pain. I got some dry needling today, and I'm really sore, but I've been hanging in here. I'm hanging in here. So,
wait a minute. What is dry needling?
So essentially, it's like acupuncture, but their needles are a little bit bigger and they're directly targeted. So it was a pretty rough afternoon of getting pressed on pretty hard by my doctor to find and localize the pain, and then essentially the needle contracts the muscle, and then when you hold it, the needle sits in there for maybe a minute. And then when they pull the needle out, it causes the muscle to almost completely relax. But it's a centralized, localized, attack. And I gotta say, I'm sore right now, but it's like a healing sore, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I'm not continuing to injure it. It's a soreness that my body is it feels like it's a relief soreness.
It sounds like the worst possible pain on earth. God,
It's actually really not that bad. It's actually pretty relaxing, to be honest. Because you don't, the needles are so small, you don't even feel it until they hear about it. Well, you don't even realize there's a needle in there until they take it out, and your muscle just kind of goes, oh.
So what you're saying is, Jordan, you're going to sleep really good tonight.
No, not tonight. I'll be in a lot of pain tonight. I'll sleep a lot. I'll sleep really good tomorrow night after I get over the hump of the initial pain.
I'd be worried if they did that to me. I might deflate.
But I also wanted to ask the hive mind if anyone else, if I missed it, if you guys have already talked about it, the 148 scale Vulcan bomber that's apparently coming out.
Yeah. 148?
Trumpeter snuck one into their catalog, and people just now realize it, I guess.
I just saw it for the first time the other day, and I'm like, what?
Man, that thing's gonna be huge.
Oh, it's British, right?
Yeah.
It's the one that howls that's like sounds like terrifying.
Delta Wing like looking thing?
Yeah. No visibility whatsoever.
Then 007, the
Delta.
Yeah.
I saw a photo of a real one flying with a B-52, and it's as big as a B-52.
Yeah, they're massive and loud and obnoxious, and
so that model's going to be huge.
And 148 scale? Yeah, that's gonna be massive.
I wonder how much they're gonna charge for it. Probably $500.
Save your pennies.
Yeah, and nickels and dimes and.
Look, I'm all about 148 scale bombers in those big, those big kits. That's fantastic. I love it. But we need to be realistic, okay? Because I have a 148 scale Gen 1, I guess, the white plastic monogram Revell B1 bomber, and it's still maybe worth $100.
Yeah.
Right? And HP models came out with the B52H. Type models came out with the B2 resin, that's 148. But they're all like the HP models, Concord, that's 148. And they're like what, $400 or $500? Like no one's gonna pay that, man. It's never that.
HPH went bankrupt.
Yeah, because they were trying to charge that much for their kits. The detail was cool, but then every review I read of any of the builds of those kits said they were garbage.
Could you imagine a 148 scale Concord?
There was one for sale in St. Louis about 3 years ago. There was one for sale for $300 and some odd bucks a couple of years ago. In St. Louis, I messaged the guy like, if you ever decide to like throw it away, because I'm not gonna give you $300 for it. Before you throw it away, I'll give you a $350.
They were really mixed media. They weren't, just like resin or whatever. They were fiberglass.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, laid out fiberglass.
When their instructions were on a DVD. Excuse me. Yeah, it came with a CD-ROM, a lot of resin printed parts, and that was like the early days of resin. Am I right? Like that was when resin was kind of like, oh my gosh, here we go.
Yep.
Yeah. I have an announcement to make, and you'll probably won't believe it. Arrow said that I am allowed to buy the Qatari Spitfire PR Mark 1.
Good what?
I can't even get my wife to let me spend money on the.
You mean this guy?
That one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The one that they sent me, the big dent on the end.
Yeah. I've always, I don't know why, couldn't give you a quantifiable reason. I just always liked the photo reconnaissance fighters for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's an unsung job that a lot of guys don't think about.
Oh yeah.
Agree.
And that box art is great, gorgeous. That's probably the best box art I've ever seen since the 50s when, you had Jack Linwood and Roy Frost in the UK and Ray Gadecki.
Daryl Lake did this one, and they sent me because I did the pre-order and got the resin exhaust and then the Daryl Lake artwork, but of course the box got damaged and my artwork got damaged because they just slide it into the box. So the corner got all mangled, but it is real cool artwork.
Man, that's such a good picture.
I'm stoked. This will be like my first, Wingnut Wings / Qatari deal, and I'm pretty stoked for it. All of their box arts are really cool.
Yeah, I was watching Sam Dwyer build his, and I'm like, I want to build mine now because that looks so awesome.
Do they not make P-47?
What'd you say, Chris?
Aren't they making a P-47?
Yes. Summer, Q3 of next year, though.
Yeah,
and they just announced.
That stuff. I want something new.
They just announced the Vulcan Paul Defiant.
Defiant, yeah.
28, but like, I don't want.
Are they doing the Razorback version, or are they doing the full top?
Razorback. I'm definitely gonna get that.
Or
I'm not happy to get that. I didn't have one.
Let me get that.
you know what I wish they would do is start making cool remakes of like the Century series post World War II experimental jet fighter planes, like the turbo. What was that one? The one that was so loud it could be heard like 7 miles away. Yeah, thank you. Like a 148 scale of those, or a new X-15 and 148. I don't know. Like, I appreciate keeping the history alive, but how many times are we gonna? It's like a P-51, man. How many times are we gonna beat it into the ground like a dead horse? Like, it's gonna eventually get to the where it's like, okay, because that's kind of how I feel right now about it.
Yeah,
that's
valid, but this is a business.
Well, yeah, that's the real.
You know better than anyone. You know better than anyone.
You gotta make what sells, man. That's 100% true. It just
stuff like that. I would love to. I'd love to run an auto company that just made what I wanted, but
yeah, exactly.
No one would invest in it, and I just end up like HGH. You know what I'm saying?
I would probably invest in it because we have to agree on taste on some things.
Right. I mean, they built really good kits, but they were very niche, and it didn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
So George is on. He says a new tool Voodoo would be awesome.
100% agree on that.
Yes.
100% agree. I still think Ravel's better than the Kitty Hawk one. That's me. But I also feel like the Ravel monogram is like I like the P61. It's a rite of passage.
Yeah, I could get behind that because look, you can do the straight 101A and C. You can do the RF 101s. You can do the Canadian ones. you got at least 4 or 5 different boxings right there.
Yeah. And that just springboards you into the Century Series. Just, let's be honest, some of the coolest fighters with Century Series. Like, full throttle, foot to the floor. Here's a design. Let's throw it at the wall and give it as much thrust as humanly possible and see what happens.
Yep.
Like,
field them for 3 years and then replace them.
yeah, and let's make them as shiny and obnoxiously silver as possible.
Yep.
The Century Series.
101C by Hasegawa at 172nd.
Yeah. The Century Series is the 1960s muscle car of the year.
Yes. Yes.
And you look at and I might take flack for this. Camaros and Mustangs are not muscle cars; they're pony cars. It's not the same thing.
Stop it.
He has a point.
Get the
He
flag
has a
up.
point.
Yeah,
20mm flag.
It wasn't until Carroll Shelby got involved because Ferrari was cleaning our clock that they realized that no one wanted to buy a two-door family car. Men wanted a sports car. It was 2 categories: luxury, Cadillac, Lincoln, and muscle cars. And Plymouth was just out of the gate on fire with it.
Yeah. Well, here's where I make the distinction, right? A muscle car is a mid-size car. Two-door mid-size car.
I would say 2 to 4 door, but it's a full body car.
Cool story, bro. Let's move on.
Full body car. Pony car. The Mustang is your MG killer. It's the American equivalent to those small British sports cars. The Mustang started out as a Corvette killer. You look at the Mustang 1 prototypes.
No,
It's a
it
Corvette
started out as the Camaro killer.
Camaro came after the Mustang.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Yeah, it's correct.
Yeah, I don't care.
We all love the Camaro. I love Camaro. This is
There's
just
no
a
Mustang
historical
Camaros.
fact.
They're not muscle cars. They're pony cars.
Now, if you take a Camaro and shove a ridiculous engine into it, you can say it is. I will allow that. But full body,
You and I can continue to be friends.
well, that's unfortunate that you throw a relationship away over the chassis size of a muscle.
All right, boys.
Boy, yours is worse than the A10.
I didn't start this one.
Okay, right. Hold up now. Let's stop before this gets out of hand.
There you go.
Does anyone in the group have any interest in an F-105G by Hobby Boss with a lot of aftermarket and the full, complete build-through book? Because I don't know if I'm going to ever be able to give it the justice that I want. And I really am not in the position, nor do I want to, spend all the money on the res kit stuff that is incredible that I really want to spend the money on. So I'm open for trades if anyone has any interest.
Unfortunately, I'm not. I have the 172nd Trumpeter 105 with all the stuff. So
Can I trade you a completed model, Jordan?
Unfortunately, no. I
Unfortunately.
have to check it. I think I have all the 3D stuff. I have the book that's never been marked in. That is the full walkthrough with historical stuff.
Julian Crazy 15 started kits.
I already have plenty of starting kits like that.
and 4 to be named later. That's funny.
Yeah.
I really wish I did have some of the.
You probably do have that money starter kids. That's right. One more thing.
I actually. Well, let me turn around real quick.
Sometimes the AD goes in HD and I just get sidetracked, alright?
I have 6 that are sitting on the shelf, and I know there's 4 more that are sitting in the boxes.
You started and
Yeah, and they're started to the point to where I can't even sell them, so.
I've put about a pound on this 172nd DC6 by Heller I'm working on. It's been an absolute nightmare, but I'm trying to push through, learn as I go on it.
Network. Good deal. I've got the big Heller Concord. Apparently it's a dog.
I don't know if I told the group last week. I think I'm gonna do the Red Bull decals on it.
Yeah, you did. So,
The chrome one.
yeah.
It'll be a test of my ability to do metal, which is I'm not good at it. So we'll just go with it.
All right. So, Chris, what you working on?
I am putting decals on the AGM-88 harm missile on my F-16. That's going to take forever because my arm has been a little problematic with some stuff I have with it, but it's better now. So this model is really not going anywhere, so I decided to build the stuff I hate doing, which is the missiles, and because they're small and I can't screw them up really much, but so that's what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
I might get 2 models done this year.
Hey, it's only February. It's almost March though.
Hey Chris, you gotta add 3.
Yeah, 3. The figure that Marion's getting me.
Right.
The Gundam that you're getting from Marion?
Or 160 Catwoman or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll do that one too.
Getting the Ultraman figure from Bondi.
Captain Kangaroo from that show on TV.
Good
Mhm.
I built the Mr. Green Jeans.
Yeah.
There was a BJ and the Bear, correct?
I love that show.
So
BJ and the Bear. The big Peter belt, the nose over. Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
they make it. It's out there. It's got truckers with it, or trailers with it.
I mean, you have to have the monkey figure. And in fact, I would find one in 3D bring me a monkey figure.
So, Chris, I gotta tell you, I want to share this with you. So, I'm a big wrestling fan, and yes, I know it's fake. They had a guy, he got injured on Monday night and has a distal bicep tear.
Oh, there you go. He's
Yep.
in for 8 weeks.
Yep. He is out indefinitely, planned to return within 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a while.
So, if I'm not mistaken, the distal tears along the long axis of the muscle. Is that correct?
It's a
So it's from here that way. Yeah.
It's your elbow. Like you can tear your bicep at your shoulder or your elbow. I don't know what the shoulder version is called, but the elbow version is what I have distal.
Yep.
Look at
so,
Matt. Look at Matt. Look at Matt.
So his bicep tore here and rolled up his arm.
Yep.
That's a distal tear. Yeah.
Yes.
What I have.
I saw the slow motion of it. They showed it, and you literally saw his bicep roll up his arm.
That's technically called a rupture. I had a tear still hanging on.
Oh, okay.
So somebody that's like
It pops, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Was it a distal tear or distal rupture?
Rupture is when it pops off. Tear is what I had, where it's hanging on. But they same operation. They cut mine off, and then
Right.
they fix it. So
I was just wondering what Matt said that wrestler had.
he had a rupture.
He had a rupture.
If it was like that, that's a rupture.
It was like
Right.
jello in his arm.
Man, that's pretty much I mean, you can repair it, but you're pretty much out of action for the rest of your life, aren't you?
He's gonna get surgery on it, so he's gonna be out for, like I said, about 9 months.
Yeah, but it will never be as good as new, though.
Right.
I was gonna say, it probably won't. Yeah, you're right.
Well, technically, because I've had this twice now, it's supposed to be stronger.
Well, this dude's a big. He's a big beefer guy. His bicep is about as big around as my thigh.
So what is it supposed to make it stronger? How does that work?
So the tendons grows into your bone, right? When you tear it off and it flips up in there, you tear it and they cut it off.
Okay.
They drill a hole through your bone, your forearm bone, and they wrap it in Kevlar string, and they pull that string through the hole and tie a piece of metal on the bottom. So now you have to crack your bone or tear it out of that Kevlar string.
Sweet.
So going on the philosophy that it's the weakest link that always breaks. So let's say that procedure is done on that wrestler, and that wrestler starts to get really aggressive with his arm, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, what in that linkage between the muscle, the tendon, and the bone is going to break?
Probably where the tendon goes into the bone. Probably.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably the weakest part. Yep.
Yeah.
Because
The metal thing's not coming through unless you.
you kind of weaken a bone by drilling a hole through it, but you know, it depends on.
The stuff that's crap in there is organic stuff in there.
Yeah.
The reason why they don't want you to move for however many months, weeks, whatever.
Core thrust portals, Chris, the procedure, you're right, probably makes it better, right? But if you're going to go out there wrestling and throwing 400-pound wrestlers around, yeah, you might be finding an upper limit to that.
Yeah, I'm sure there is, but I mean, I tore my knuckle 3 years ago and got that in surgery doing pull-ups, and I can still do pull-ups with it now, so.
Good. Okay. That's good news.
Yeah, I'm not wrestling 400-pound dudes, but
Right.
Wow.
I weigh 165.
I'd pay Fulton money to watch that. Just saying.
I'd go down pretty fast.
So if wrestling was fake, then this injury is probably fake too. Then
I didn't know it was fake until Matt told me.
that's right.
Yeah, sorry.
This is the real.
I thought it was.
Yeah, no.
Was it real?
No, Santa Claus is real.
Okay.
Tiffany refers to it as my man soap opera. So.
You know what? And that's a very accurate statement.
Right.
It's a very accurate statement. It is male story time.
Yep.
Well, so let me ask you this, Matt: you weren't around for Wrestling at the Chase, were you?
Oh yes, I was. We used to go and see my grandma and grandpa up in Wentzville, and every Sunday mornings, because we'd have Sunday either lunch or dinner with them, and my grandpa always had Wrestling with the Chase on. So
it was the only thing that my grandparents would allow me to watch after church.
Yeah, you know, man. KPLR Wrestling at the Chase on Sundays.
that's
man.
right. You
That
know,
was
Dick the
something.
Bruiser. Let's see.
Braves,
You know, Iceman King Parsons.
the Bonners.
Oh yeah, the Fabulous Freebirds.
Oh, God, I love the Bonners.
I ran into
Alfred Hayes.
Oh yeah.
I ran into a rebroadcast of that on YouTube. They got those on YouTube. I gotta go check. No,
Yeah.
I gotta go back.
Back when Ric Flair was cool.
Yeah, that's true. He did get a start there.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyone get any neat kits this week or anything?
They did.
I was a copycat of you, Gavin.
Uh-oh.
What'd you buy?
I got the Dragon Abrams.
Oh, okay. You got it yet or just bought it?
No, I mean,
Let's see.
no, I got it 6 days ago. This guy just shipped it today for some odd reason.
Oh, that's
George,
annoying.
George says the kit
Yeah.
Chris is building is beautiful. He unboxed his because the shrink wrap was damaged. So,
Oh,
Gotcha.
so sharing that.
What do you get?
Your kit, the kit that you have, you're building.
Oh, the F-16?
F-16.
But he sent it back because the shrink wrap was damaged.
No, he opened it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he can't send it back.
No.
So he sent me a message on it's something about the cockpit. Have I seen the cockpit? I don't know what camera we meant.
Yeah.
It does have a clear canopy set and a slightly tinted brown canopy set. And the way you're supposed to build the model is the front piece is tinted and the smaller back piece is clear. And I didn't believe that at first until I had to go look it up, and it's true.
Wow.
So it's a little weird.
okay.
All right. All right. Let's see. Bob, what are you working on?
Well, back to that monogram F111A in 48 scale. gotten some sub-assemblies done, like, for instance, here's the nose. Kind of a little bit smooth
That thing's
edge.
like huge, Bob.
Yeah. This is upper fuselage. Just to give you a little idea on size.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, this does have the wing feature that, that have it, like, like this, that can, swing the wings.
Yeah.
So if you wanted full swept or full forward or something in between, you can do that. I think this was originally an Aurora kit, if I understand correctly.
Yep.
The speed scale one. Then Monogram got the molds and then released it under their label.
Yep. Yeah, Monogram got a lot of the Aurora World War I molds too.
That should be Aurora, like 1966, probably.
Yeah,
the ones that was in the train crash.
because the 111 first flew in '64.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was
Yeah,
that.
that was supposed to carry the AIM Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had because they were originally had a version, the F-111A, the Air Force, tactical strike version, and the Navy version, the F-111B, which Grumman was working with General Dynamics on. It had actually the wings were longer. They had shorter nose. Obviously, the Western gear and the catapult, attachment. And it would have carried the Phoenix, but the sucker just wasn't made to fly. In fact,
Yeah, the Navy didn't want it.
the
No, it's too big.
admiral that was in charge of this project was actually testifying before a congressional committee on this, and one of the members of Congress asked if more engine power would help, and the admiral replied, "There's not enough power in Christendom to make a fighter out of this plane."
You got fired for that shit.
Yeah, most got shut down, and then of course the Navy then went with the F-14 Tomcat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was McNamara wanted that across all the services. He wanted like the Air Force.
That was Tom Connolly said that.
Yeah, that's right.
He got retired after that because he went against them.
Yeah,
I think you're
now,
right.
based on those longer wings, longer span wings, those were later the same ones that were used for both the FB-111, the strategic bomber version for the Air Force, and the F-111C for Australia.
That's the one that bombed Libya, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the 111s, yeah. They used the F models out of Lincoln Heath, the 48th. And also they had some F-111A Ravens flying escort for them.
Yeah, the technical versions. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, a few years ago, when I was in, let's see, it was in 2022, I was in Omaha for the IPMS National. There was a guy who was an EWO on one of the F-111s on El Dorado Canyon who spoke about that wave from his perspective. As well as privacy. It is other than this little thing. He was working for Swoop. At least he was at the time for Swoop Brothers models.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he worked there. Now I actually bought the Squadron Single F-111 in action, the newer one, because he said he had a picture. His plane, there was a picture of it, and so I brought it over. He said it was, and he signed it for me.
Wow.
I think I actually have that book.
Yeah.
There you go, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And you can actually, this is a pretty low res image, but you can look at the wing flex here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was.
Another thing about that raid, they lost one F-111 refueling accident.
Yes.
They had to refuel something like 6 times, and the whole flight was 27 hours because France didn't over their country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
He lost his son. He killed his son in that raid.
it was.
Yeah.
It was. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it actually stands as the longest tactical air combat mission on record.
Wow.
Yep, longest tactical mission, yeah.
All right.
That is correct.
Nice.
So a little something you can save up for a trivia night or a bar bet or something like that.
A bar bet. I like that.
All right.
It's been. I've heard it said that the Boeing proposal for the TFX was actually a better airplane, but the F-111, the Grumman and General Dynamics joint project had a higher parts commonality between the variants, so that's why McNamara chose that one.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. By the way, the ejection capsules the 111s used didn't have ejection seats; they had the whole capsule.
Yeah.
Each little in St. Louis.
Yeah, what could go wrong there, right?
Down Fort Wood, for the when General Dynamics was putting together the planes.
Yeah, it didn't have a good reputation.
Yeah,
They actually had one at Right Pad, and I see that thing, I'm like, how the? It is small. It is tiny, and I'm like, how do you? Just to cut your head off.
Hey, you
I
know,
don't know how they did it.
well, it was an interesting clamshell thing. You got to look it up on the internet, Jim. But this is for George. So you guys know that when the Australians retired their 111s for whatever reason, that they actually just buried them in the desert.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. George says Australia refused to accept the early F-111s due to some problems and used F-4s while they were waiting for an update. He said, "I think the wings detached from the fuselage in a few of the accidents."
Oh, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Line down.
You don't need that part.
It actually was proposed for the British as well. Because remember, in '65, the British canceled the TSR-2.
Yeah.
And aircraft. Yeah. So they actually were looking at the F-111 as a possibility, for their strike role. But they ended up canceling that because the prices, the cost just went up on that, and the program was delayed. So the British canceled that. They ended up ordering Buccaneers.
Leave that up, Gavin. Leave that up.
Overland strike role until they got the tornadoes in the early '80s.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when wings fell off, it was really they were testing this capsule. They made them come off on purpose.
Hey, Jim, that Gavin's got that up on the screen now.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
In fact,
The one I saw was different. I think they have the one for the Valkyrie, where it literally is like one flying that comes over your head.
That's off the Hustler. It's a B-58.
Hustler, yeah.
That was just cut the seat there. Yeah.
Go show them the complete. There you go, Gavin. Check that out.
Woof. No thanks. Okay.
What scale is that? 132. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No.
So the kids can pick capsule, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's 132nd, right? So you get a 144th scale, and then you cut it out so that the capsule is ejected, and then you get your force perspective diagram. Yeah, exactly.
Pick a box art. That would be cool. Oh look, it's flying by itself, or it's dying by itself.
Hey, didn't one of you guys get that F-16 cockpit from me?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Have you done anything with it?
No. I mean, I looked at it and I tried to find some. I don't think there was instructions, and so I was looking for it. Yeah.
Did you check on scale mates by chance?
Yeah, I think I found some, and I'll get to it eventually someday.
Is that the larger kit? Because I have the 1-4.
It was, yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes from SU. So
It is literally the only LR kit I own.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like you wanted. I can send you one, another one. You'll have two.
I'd rather not.
I told an Italy, I told an Italy Wellington bomber. It's
No.
Yeah, 15. All right, it's 11, 12 bucks.
I'd rather lick the bottom of my car.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's how you find leaks.
It's a Ford. All you gotta do is look. If it's leaking, it's running.
That's good, Sam.
I got these two cars this week. I'll show these. Cars.
Gavin's good. There's some others.
So the top one is from last year. It is Justin Allgaier's Daytona car. His team is Junior Motorsports, owned by Bill Jr. They typically don't run in the Cup Series. They run in the lower divisions, but they did their first Cup start last year at Daytona. They did one again this year at Daytona and did pretty well until they crashed. They actually led 30 some odd laps, I think.
Wow.
The second one, this Petty car, this is a one race only car. You can see that's the number 42. He and Kyle, his son, actually swapped numbers for this race. This was at Riverside in 1981. This was the last race. This is a 115-inch wheelbase car. This was the last race before they moved to the smaller 110-inch wheelbase cars in the 81 season. What else is unique about this car is it is a red car with blue exits. Typically, the Petty cars are blue cars with red exits. So this one's a reverse car and a different number. So it makes it pretty unique.
Nice.
Sweet.
What a beautiful shade of Gary.
Let's
And
see.
you could thank Richard Petty's wife for inventing the race car window net.
My man didn't get no car without no net.
He came out the car in the late 60s once, and she's like, well, I ain't having that when he wrecked. So she took whatever scraps she had from the farm and sewed them up, and that was the first race car window net.
Is that real?
It's Gavin. Hey, man. It's Gavin.
That's true. That's true. I'm sorry I doubted you, Mr. Gavin.
Yeah, he was pretty torn up for a moment there.
Just for a second.
They're doubting me. Offended.
I don't remember the year, but it was late 60s, early 70s when that happened. I think it was at Darlington.
Yes, I just looked it up.
Is that right?
NASCAR window nets were introduced and made mandatory in 1970 following the violent rollover crash by Richard Petty at Darlington Raceway, where his arm hung outside the car.
Oh, yeah, here's a photo. Holy crap, look at this photo.
Oh, don't show it. Oh.
Or if he had distal bicep surgery.
Yeah.
He probably had distal everything surgery.
Yeah. That was just
Hey,
making a
Look
meaning
at
for
that.
Hey, he's still alive. You know, he's still kicking.
Intro, extra. Whoa.
I'm sure he's got a few pens in his body, too.
That is a heck of a crash.
That's his head hanging out the window, isn't it?
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
This is a famous picture the caption drawn, but that's Dale Earnhardt flying through the air. That's that's early 80s.
Yeah.
Still another good one.
So here's the list for tonight is presidents.
President movies.
Ah.
Movies about presidents. Where the president played a major key in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Independence Day on there?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Oh. Is this actual factual presidents or makeup, make believe?
Yes. Both.
Okay.
Yes.
So is Independence Day on your list?
Yes.
Okay.
Get off my plane.
Love that movie.
Get off the plane. Get these MF. There's a plane.
Alright, we're gonna set that to dry. We'll get that going. George says that he started the big F-16 cockpit kit and he gave up after seeing Verlinden's build, so much scratch building on it.
Yeah, Paul Verlinden ruined it for a lot of guys, didn't he?
F-16 cockpit, is that like Chris's?
No, that's
Chris is building the whole plane.
Right.
Yeah, it's a 120. I want to say 124 scale. It's just the cockpit. It's actually pretty cool. I got the one for the F-104 Starfighter. But it is an LR kit, so it'll probably build like crap.
It's an SG kit from the 70s, actually.
They're pretty good. The SG kits are better.
Yeah, they're not bad. So it's not even a real little Lori, so you still ain't got one. You're still on your streak, Jim.
Yes. I am not a fan if y'all haven't figured it out already.
He said he owns Tamiya kits, so there's still a chance.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
fair
fair enough. Fair enough.
I love Tamiya kits.
You do know that Tamiya reboxed a bunch of the Hillary kits. That's funny.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Tamiya could mold the most perfect kit, and they can mold it in solid gold, and someone would still complain about it. Because they're, quote, too easy. It's, quote, not real models.
I completely disagree with everything you just said, except for the part about somebody complaining about it because human beings are like that. What a shame.
There's always something to complain about, Kevin. Come on.
You know, if this hobby were that easy, everybody would do it.
I don't understand why some guys want the hobby to be harder.
Right. You know, video game guys are like that too. This game's too easy. Okay, I'm only going to be easy.
Don't say that.
Depends what they get out of it. I mean, some people like the challenge of the hard model. I don't. I like the. I want the finished subject that I like.
I'm building the Black Widow. I'm ready for some easy.
Hey, it's whatever makes your modeling enjoyable.
Amen.
Some people enjoy just building Tamiya, which I can understand because they're awesome kits. And some people like a challenge, like they like to struggle. I don't know.
They're masochists is what you're saying.
If that's what where they get their enjoyment, hey, good for them.
Yes,
Good for them. And I do rebuttal with this. We are over a quarter way into this century. There are plenty of crappy kits that they've made over the past 90 years of plastic model production that you can choose from. There's no reason that in 2026 you should have a kit that fits poorly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, just because it's CAD design doesn't translate to an easy building kit. Just look at like Kitty Hawk. Kitty Hawk is all CAD design.
Yep.
Which is why I had one Kitty Hawk, and just because it was a wicked deal, but you know, I don't think I would just go out and buy one off the shelf, you know, for that reason. This is no.
Jordan talking about a Panther.
Yeah.
I wanted that thing. Or not the Panther, the Banshee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good, supposedly.
There's some subjects, if you really want to build it, you're
You're out of luck. Yeah.
I want to build a 48 B58 Hustler. I'm pretty much stuck with the monogram kit. So.
Yep.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that Korean veteran get the Medal of Honor last night? That was pretty cool.
That was awesome that they were giving out the medal. I've never been. Never mind. Don't get me started.
No. It was the Venezuelan operation.
Yes.
Yeah,
they gave out 2 last night.
Yeah, one to the 100-year-old World War II veteran.
Right.
wow.
And then the
The
other
other guy got the Purple Heart.
yeah.
Because that was
You hear the story about that Venezuelan guy? I read it today. He got shot 4 times when he was throwing that joke.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so he got the medal, and then Captain Royce Williams was the other guy's name.
Yeah.
Oh, the older gentleman?
Yeah, 100 years old this year.
Yeah.
It was for Korea.
Yeah, he fought in Korea, Vietnam, and World War II.
But I think the medal was for the Korean where he shot down Mike 15.
Yeah, he was by himself in a Panther.
Oh,
He got jumped by. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a story behind that. They didn't want to tell him that because they think some of the Russians were flying through those missiles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all did. That's what they call them, goers. They did that.
Yeah, they didn't admit it.
Right.
It was in November '52, I think.
But he was by himself and got jumped by 7 MiGs. Took down 4 of them and only went back to the boat because he was out of rounds.
Well, and then they said they only took down like 1 originally because they didn't want to like make a big incident out of it and start a white war and all this other crap. I read.
Right.
Yeah.
He's really good.
It's like a 35-minute ordeal, and it's still the longest dogfight in
Yeah.
naval history.
There's a YouTube video of it, like it's animated, but it's pretty good.
I wonder if John ever did it. I'll have to look that up.
That's what Chris is talking about.
Oh, is it? Okay, good.
Yeah.
In the original, video when the Navy released like the gun camera, they actually like blurred out the Soviet stars on the sides of the planes.
Yeah, the citations on Wikipedia for this Medal of Honor, and it's from the dogfight. Yeah.
Yeah.
He enlisted in 1943 and retired in 1980.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Now, if I was him, I would have said, okay, I can die now.
Yeah.
Especially after winning the Medal of Honor.
At 100 years old, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he just got it last night.
Yeah.
I'm saying, he waited around for it. I would say, okay, thanks, I can die now.
Yeah. Marion, you've been awful quiet. What are you working on?
I had problems with that P-47. The Cali, Cali,
Yeah.
the 4-piece Cali,
Yeah.
and it just didn't go together after you had the engine in there, so I'm trying again.
All
I'm trying
right.
again.
Okay.
It was terrible. I mean, I got it together, but there was gaps. It was a mess. So I have another one I'm working on. See
Okay.
if I can improve on it.
So if
Gotcha.
anybody can do it, Marion, it's going to be you.
That's
I
right.
think so. I don't know.
Yep. All right.
So-
And let's see. Well, we'll let you concentrate then, because that's what it looked like you're heavily into. So.
I gotta go pretty soon, so.
Okay. Julian, what you working on there?
I'm working on 190.
190
I
still.
figure out how these flaps go together because these instructions for them are pretty vague.
Yep. That's. Is that brass Edward?
Yeah.
Brassard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
That's
got the
That's how you say it? Brassard?
Brassard.
I got
Brassard?
the cockpit primed, and I got the parts of the engine you can see, and the tail wheel painted in their color. So I'm just waiting for this silver in the cockpit to dry so I can chip it.
Gotcha. Cool.
And I can
So
put together
a letter of complaint.
And
I'll get it
Mr.
notarized for you.
Mr. Grant Martin, you have a Titanic foamed up there. What's going on?
Yeah, trying to figure out where the portholes are at on this thing. Danny drilled out a whole bunch of extra holes on here. So I'm gonna have to fill those in. Uh-oh, who's this? Oh. So yeah, so I'm just kind of doing a little research here. It's going to be all research for the next few months, pretty much, I think.
Gotcha.
So real quick, there's this podcast. I know you guys, some of you will totally love it. And I'm just using the Apple thing because that's the first thing I googled. But this podcast is totally awesome. These guys update twice a week. They have many multi-part series, and they go in depth. World War II, a lot of air, battle stuff, but they're awesome. And they are just totally awesome. They have an 8-part series on the Mighty Eighth I'm listening to right now. They have 4-part series on the Bismarck and the Hood, and the Battle of the Bulge, and the Battle of Britain, and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I highly suggest it. There's so much detail in here. I was a fan of the P-51, but after listening to the Mighty Eighth series, to me, it was probably the most consequential fighter of World War II in the European theater, hands down. So,
really? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody wants to diss on it, but it really turned the tide.
I'm still gonna push my P-47, but we have ways of making you talk. $80 a year, $50 a year.
No, it's free. There's an app I use called Pocket Cast. You can get it on Windows, iPhone, Android. There's a free version of it, and you just subscribe to it. This is their Apple bullshit, but I wouldn't do that. So, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, Ken. Muddle on, Ken. See you later.
You guys, take care, guys. It's a perfect companion to model building. I put it on my phone and I can
Can't stand how much snow we got.
podcast.
One I would recommend is called the Unauthorized History of the Pacific War podcast.
Amen.
It's on YouTube. Yeah,
The best
it's
one.
probably the best one. It's got Seth Perrin and John Marshall.
Yeah.
John Marshall wrote Shattered Sword.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
he's
I
coming
read
out-
that one. That's good.
He's coming out with a book in the spring called 1942. It's supposed to be a 1,200-page tome. Probably the most, probably the most important year of the war. So I've got that on pre-order. So I'll be checking that out.
Which one? Oh, that's a book. Okay.
But yeah, Unauthorized History of Pacific War podcast on YouTube. I think every Tuesday. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Every couple of weeks, yeah.
Excellent show.
Unauthorized what?
The Unauthorized History of the Pacific War
You
podcast.
know,
Yep.
okay.
And they're on
alright.
season 5.
I typed in unauthorized, and that's the first entry it throws me as a suggestion.
Yeah.
Exactly, history of the Pacific War.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen to it at work. It's awesome.
someone's definitely listening in here. There's no way that anything I've been working on would have that pop up as a first suggestion. All right, cool, thanks.
It's your own personal Chinese spy, Grant.
You know,
I know we live in the golden age of model building, in my opinion. You know, there's so
That was
many
2005, Gavin. You're wrong.
we didn't Dragon Tigers included. You know, there's so many kits of so many subjects. You get whatever variant of whatever you want, pretty much.
Especially if you're building an F-16.
Yeah.
Right. You know, we have the greatest access to resources and references that of anyone ever, you know,
And tools.
and tools and gimmicks and gadgets.
Yeah.
so that makes me wonder, Gavin, if this is the golden age, I guess the next step up in the future is the platinum age. We haven't reached the platinum age yet, and when we do, we'll indicate the golden age.
Let me caveat, this is the second golden age.
Thank you.
That's when we'll hit the platinum age when the aliens bring their kids.
Yeah.
That's when AI takes over and everyone has universal basic income.
Yep.
Yep.
Universal basic hits. Hey, I gotta go, guys. So good night.
All right, Marion. Model on, Marion. See you later.
Man, like flies here.
Eh.
Man.
Well, since we're talking about podcasts and all that, I'll throw this one out. There's one called Dropping Names and Other Things, and it's with Brent Spiner and Jonathan Frakes of Star Trek Next Generation. Their episode that comes out tomorrow is going to have Alan Tudyk in it from, let's see, he plays the skinny squire from, let's see, A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
He also, I think, does the voice of KSO2 something from Andor.
Oh, he does a bunch of voices, yeah.
But then also in the same one is Nathan Fillion.
Oh, those two are so good in Firefly. And,
Yes.
Yeah, that was, yeah. That's where I first saw that guy. But
Yeah.
it turns out that Alan does a lot of voices.
Yes.
He's famous for doing... Oh, there's one on Netflix about... He's playing an alien.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember the name of that one, but yeah.
Yeah. So this is a relatively new podcast.
Yeah, there's only 2 episodes.
Yeah, they have the guy who wrote Gladiators. They had him, and they have LeVar Burton. And LeVar Burton one is really good too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
There's only 2 episodes, I see.
Right. The third one comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I follow it. I follow the one unauthorized histories as well.
Yep.
Nice.
That World War II podcast, they're both British, the one I told you about, and they're funny as hell.
Yep.
So.
All right, hey, let's do some movies. We'll get the batting order. So our batting order tonight is going to be Chris, and then Grant, Gavin, Carol. No? Okay. Waving it off. All right. Jim, Bob, Julian. Let's see. George V's in there, and myself. All right. So top 10 movies about presidents.
All right.
Okay. Based on, let's see, total grossing box office. So we got 13 Days about the Cuban Missile Crisis and JFK, or Olympus Has Fallen about terrorists attacking the White House.
And I'm first. I've seen them both, but I can't remember the JFK one, so I'm going to go with Olympus Has Fallen.
Okay. Grant, what do you think?
My sound went out. What were the two again?
13 Days or Olympus Has Fallen?
Oh, 13 Days. Yeah, Olympus Has Fallen was, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Gavin. We have Gavin's Furnace.
That's 13 days.
13 Days. All right. Hey, Jim.
13 Days.
Okay.
Is that a black and white film?
No, that's the one about one that where they went in and tried to get the Iran.
No, Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. George, we got yours. Okay, Bob.
13 Days.
13 Days.
Terrific movie.
All right. Julian.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen. All right. And myself. All right. 13 Days. Moving on. 6-2. All right. We got Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Sweet.
Versus Dave.
Oh, no.
I'm going to Viva, because I don't remember either one of those.
So what you doing, Chris?
Viva.
Viva, all right. Grant?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Viva. But that Vampire Hunter, that's on my watch list.
Okay. Gavin, Dave, or Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
Dave.
Dave. All right. All right, Jim?
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Okay. Bob?
It's not historically accurate, but if you walk into this thing with just pure entertainment on your mind, great movie.
Okay.
Can I change my vote, Matt?
Sure.
I'll go with Abraham Lincoln just because of the title.
Okay. Okay.
And it sounds good.
Okay. Bob?
I'm gonna go with Dave.
Okay. Julian?
Viva.
Viva. All right. Got Matt and George breaks the tie. Dave moves on. All right, we got the American president.
I love that they tied.
Yes. We have the American president, which had Michael Douglas in it.
Yeah, Michael Douglas.
Okay. Versus Air Force One.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
That's Harrison Ford, right?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I'm voting for Air Force One.
Air Force One. All right. Grant.
I definitely have to go Las Vegas on that one.
Vegas on that one. All right. Gavin.
Air Force One.
Air Force One. Jim.
Air Force One.
Air Force One. Bob.
Air Force One.
All right. Julian.
Don't hurt my family.
Get the red wire.
Julian.
One.
The American president. Air Force One. Air Force One. All right. All right. We got George's in there, and mine. Air Force One moves on. All right. All right. We got an oldie but goodie. All the President's Men
Oh, good movie.
versus Independence Day.
Oh.
All the President's Men.
All right. Grant.
I'm trying to remember All the President's Men. That was about Nixon, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Air Force or Independence Day.
Independence Day. Okay. Gavin.
Independence Day.
Okay. All right, Jim.
All the President's Men.
Okay. Bob.
All the President's Men.
All the President's Men. All right. Julian.
Independence Day.
All right. All right. See if George's coming in on this one. Air Force One, or let's see, All the President's Men or Independence Day. We have 6 people in the chat. Welcome. We're doing our weekly, top 10, top 17, top 8. We do a bracket. You can chime in. All you gotta do is have a Google account. Or join us on the Mom with the Mats Facebook page. So, let's see. Independence Day. All right, so we have an 4-4 tie.
Oh no.
Out comes the
You're
queen.
not gonna use that Canadian coin, are you?
Yep.
Crap.
All right. And Moose. Independence Day moves on.
I swear that coin hates me.
All right.
You just have bad taste, Jim.
The moose is loose, baby.
We got 13 Days versus Lincoln.
Oh, another good movie.
Yeah.
13. Okay. Versus Lincoln. I'm gonna go with Lincoln.
Go with Lincoln. All right. Okay, Grant, Lincoln or 13 Days?
Was that Lincoln the vampire killer? Or
No.
just the new...
No. This is
That's
the
Mark
real.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I still have to go with 13 Days.
All right.
Fantastic movie.
Okay, Gavin,
13 Days, please.
13 Days. All right, Jim,
Lincoln.
Lincoln on that one. All right. Okay, Bob.
13 Days.
Oh, all right. Julian.
Send me to Vegas.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, and George, Viva Las Vegas. That's a 3-3 tie for Lincoln or 13 Days.
Oh, man.
How do you flip for that one?
Let's see.
Good. 9-sided die.
There we go. And Moose again, 13 days.
Yay! See what I mean?
I was just thinking there was a possibility that we would have a Lincoln v. Lincoln here towards the end.
All right, and we got JFK versus Dave. So the Oliver Stone JFK movie versus Dave, where he impersonates the president.
Yeah, the Kevin Costner version. Yeah.
Yes. Chris.
JFK.
JFK. Grant.
JFK.
All right. Gavin.
JFK for me.
What you get?
JFK for me, please.
JFK. All right. Jim.
JFK.
Okay. Bob.
JFK.
JFK. Julian.
Oh, Viva.
Viva. All right. All right. 5-1. I picked Dave. Okay. JFK moves on.
Sweet, huh?
I don't know what to do. That JFK movie's awesome.
Well, we had a spoiler in there.
And George got in there with JFK, so that was almost a clean sweep.
6-1.
6-1. Yep.
We'll take it.
Yep. I died on the hill. All right. Let's see. We got 13 Days versus Air Force One.
Oh, easy.
Air Force One.
Air Force One from Chris. Grant.
Chris. 13 days.
13 Days. Gavin.
I'm gonna lose.
Air Force One, please.
Air Force One.
Yeah.
All right. Jim.
I'm going to go Air Force One as well. I love Harrison Ford.
Okay. Bob.
13 days.
13 Days.
I'm alone now.
All right. Julian.
Again.
Air Force One.
Air Force One. All right. Let's see. George voted for both of them early on. 13 Days, Air Force One. He says Air Force One, so Air Force One.
Nice. Air Force One.
One. Okay, and the last one we got JFK, which he's not really in the movie.
We know.
And Independence Day. So we have Bill Pullman.
Oh.
So
JFK.
JFK by Chris. All right. Grant.
Independence Day.
Independence Day. Gavin.
Independence Day.
Independence Day. Okay, Jim.
JFK.
JFK. Okay. Bob. Bob, which one are you going with? JFK, Independence Day.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Bob?
I think Bob's muted. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. The choices again.
JFK or Independence Day?
JFK.
JFK. All right. Okay, Julian.
Independence Day.
Independence Day. Let's see. George, we got yours. And let's go that way. All right, so JFK wins 5-3. So we got our final one. Let's mark this in so I don't mess it up on George's. There we go. All right, so we got Air Force One versus JFK.
Is this the final?
This is the final. Air Force One from Chris. All right, Grant.
JFK.
JFK. Gavin.
Air Force One.
Air Force One. Jim.
Crap. Air Force One?
Okay. Bob.
JFK.
JFK. Julian.
Thank you, Bob.
Air Force One.
Air Force One.
I think we're going to end up with another tie here.
Let's see.
No.
I got mine.
We only got 3 JFKs.
George is either going to tie it or have a clear winner.
Told you.
He's going with Air Force One. We have a clear winner, ladies and gentlemen. 5-3.
Oh.
Air Force One is our winner for Best President Movie.
Wow.
Did you say 5-3?
5-3. If George would have voted the other way, it would have been tied 4-4. So.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Thank you, George.
All right.
Yes, George, thank you for making it close.
Thanks for not tying it.
I guess I gotta watch 13 Days again.
It's a pretty good movie.
Was that one made for TV? I forget.
No.
No. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Let's find that.
What was the movie that I was thinking of where they where they did the Iranian hostages? What was that movie? It had Bradley Cooper in it.
Oh, Argo?
Yes.
Yes. Wow. Good job, Bob, on that one.
Pull that out from somewhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't remember the name of that movie. And I'm an Argonauts fan, so you'd have thought I remembered it.
Yeah. Zero Dark 30 is another good one too.
Oh god, that's so good.
That is a good movie.
So good.
I took the liberty of thinning down the ejection ports for the casings on the guns. Because they're about 2 millimeters thick or a millimeter thick. And now I got sink marks because I thinned it down too much.
Aww.
So now that you've done all that thinning, now you gotta fill it.
Yeah. It's alright, I'll figure it out.
Welcome to modeling.
I don't think I'm gonna use these Edward flaps at all. I don't know, they're kinda... I might
I won't
use
tell
the metal
anyone.
ones.
I won't tell anyone
What?
that you didn't use them.
Chris.
We'll lie for you, buddy. We'll say, yeah, they look great.
Yeah, but aftermarket.
Everybody already knows that they're supposed to be there. Because every picture I've uploaded to ScaleMates of this plane has had the flaps box sitting in the background. So now everybody's going to call me a fake modeler. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I tell you what to tell them, but we're on YouTube.
Hey, Matt,
Yes.
is it too late for me to change my 13 Days movie selection?
Yes.
I got confused with the William Devane movie from way back when.
Missiles of October?
Yeah. And every time you kept saying 13 Days, I kept seeing William Devane. God damn it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was Bruce Greenwood played JFK in 13 Days.
Oh, gosh. Boy. I got the wrong question for all the right answers.
Yeah.
Wrong answer.
Still a good movie.
It's a... Yeah, at the time, yeah. That was
Just the wrong movie.
Yeah. I think Bob remembers
Orient's here.
13 Days.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the movie, I'm talking about the event.
All right. So next week is going to be Best Iconic Songs of the 1960s.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Marion will love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, me too, but that's the problem is they're going to have, the most iconic. Jeez. How you going to...
I got them right here. I will read them off because I'm currently bracketing them right now as we speak.
Is Marion off?
He is not.
Yes.
He's still on or not?
He is not.
Okay. Here's his boat.
Although, Bob, we can't go wrong with that kind of selection.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is the one, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. It is cool. Got the
He's gonna
That's a
hate
big box, man.
He's gonna hate you.
Well, I mean, it's a good kit.
You know what he's gonna say? You know what he's gonna say? He's gonna say this.
I'm not a shipbuilder.
No, he's gonna say, "Oh, jeez."
Yeah. Oh, jeez. He's a Pete.
I thought about picking that kit up too because it's on sale. So, because I built it. Because there's somebody that built it at our show at the Gateway show.
Oh yeah.
Remember that guy? And it was that white and green camo. It was amazing. Schnellbug. He won best of ships or whatever for that.
I'm building a ship right now.
There you go. All right, fellas, I'm gonna call it night.
All right.
Well, on. See you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday, Chris. Keep healing.
Right here.
Keep healing, man.
All right, take care.
See ya.
Thanks.
No, it's 9:30 already.
I know.
Oh yeah. Is it really?
So let's see.
I'm gonna head out myself. So I will see you guys next time.
All right, Bob.
Y'all take care, have fun, and model on.
Model on, Bob. Catch you later. All right.
So as of a few hours ago, or 1 hour ago, the Artemis II rocket has been returned to the vehicle assembly building.
Yep.
Technicians will troubleshoot the helium flow issue notice after testing last weekend in the EUS, which is the exploration upper stage.
Yeah, they're having a problem. It's I thought it was a fuel flow issue. When they did the what is it, simulation or whatever, it didn't. Something happened.
Yeah, the plugs out test.
Yeah.
Initially, they had an issue with the block, the RS-25 block, with a hydrogen flow issue. They got that taken care of. They had the same issue on Artemis 1. It just comes with that territory of using the lightest element as your
As your propellant.
I mean,
as your fuel, your propellant.
Two lightest.
That's it makes me laugh and it makes me frustrated because anytime like this NASA post direct from NASA, and it's just full of naysayers and all of this BS about how it's a bad system and everything. But whatever. You gotta be careful. I mean, if you have low blood pressure problems, just go on the internet for a couple hours. You'll be fine.
oh, I know. I was
Well,
like,
the
speech.
The whole deal was back in the 60s, when they were developing a rocket, they'd launch, unmanned rockets like a half a dozen times, so, get rid of those bugs. They're doing the same thing they did with a shuttle, where they build it, and the first manned mission is going to be the first launch of the shuttle. First manned mission to Artemis is going to be, manned. So it's like,
Well, it's already launched. They've done one, but you're right. It's this will be the second launch of that vehicle class, and it's going to be manned.
yeah.
I honestly think that NASA doesn't want to go back to the moon. I don't think they do. I think that they're doing this just for.
No, it's no.
They don't want to go back to the moon.
No,
Why wouldn't they?
They
It's
Why
NASA's.
wouldn't they?
that's too big of a
NASA
program to be sabotaging it like that. You can't. NASA can't. No, I mean,
Of course, there's partisan people everywhere. NASA as a whole is not a very partisan organization.
No.
They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that to try and stick it to the man or whatever.
No. That's not where I was going with that. No, it was just a case of, NASA may not want to, but they're not going to cut corners, and they're not going to make bad decisions.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Apollo. Before we even got off the pad in Apollo, we lost 3 astronauts.
Right.
So we don't want to do that.
No.
We've already lost.
I hope they don't want to.
We've already lost 3 crews. Yeah, Apollo and then 2 shuttle crews. Yeah. Yeah, you hate. Yeah, well,
Another critique of this system is that Apollo was a one launch system. One Saturn V to take the crew and the payload to the moon.
right.
but
Very disposable.
you're very limited in your capacity. You know, imagine if you had one Ford Ranger to move your whole house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I had a van, I moved mine, so.
I'd say at least it's not a Chevy.
Artemis is more than just, you know, flag planting. We've already done that.
Yep.
Artemis is supposed to be a long-term habitation program. And you know, yeah, you could build a 7.5 and you know take your crew and your lander up there once, but you don't need to. So why would you?
No, I'm just you know, Jim is kind of right. NASA wasn't too thrilled about this. In fact, the first version of this thing they killed off. But you're Gavin, what you're talking about is I remember in the 70s when they were talking about the shuttle, how you know how reusable it's going to be. How we're going to get 30 flights a year out of it, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they're right back into that whole thing where Artemis is going to be. Well, okay, now the only company that really has done that is SpaceX.
Yeah.
They're the ones that just you know.
Yeah, SpaceX is the king of reusability.
Right.
And a lot of people get this preconceived notion that you know NASA and SpaceX are at blows or are competitors. They're not.
No, they're not.
SpaceX works for NASA. Let's get this 100% clear.
SpaceX would not be able to do what they do without NASA.
Exactly. Let's call a spade a spade here. They're not competitors, you know.
No, they're working together.
They work hand in glove. They work hand in glove together to achieve, you know, amazing things. Let's be true. Let's be honest. The Starship, I think the Starship will get to the stage where it works. You know,
when they fix it, yes.
Man, that's a.
But man, what have they done? They've done 10 test flights, and every single one of them's been a failure so far.
No.
And yeah, they get a little bit further each time, yeah. But I mean, the SLS has done a successful lunar flyby before. The whole system has. You know. And I know the Starship is all new and SLS is shuttle derived, but still,
agree.
Both of them will have their place. The Starship, when it works, I think it will work, is going to be an incredible system, an incredible asset to human spaceflight. Maybe one day, hopefully one day, actually, we'll be able to retire the SLS. And that's the goal. I think that would be a good thing. Right now, it's a good system. You know, they just rolled it back. They're going to fix it. It'll be fine.
They call it teething problems, but
Exactly.
All major space aircraft have had issues like that.
Exactly. And people say, well, we've been to the moon before, why don't we just go? Or, you know, they've flown all this hardware before, why don't they just go?
It was a modern miracle that we actually made it.
Yeah, exactly. We do not want to work with the same 0.01% margin of error that Apollo had.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's a lot of people that believe we didn't go. So no, you know, if you listen to some of the theories, some of it makes sense. So, you know, a lot of people think we don't go. Even some of the astronauts. They talk about the Van Allen belts and all the radiation and all this other stuff. I don't know about any of that. I mean, obviously, I believe we did it. I believe we made it to the moon. But the moon is weird. The moon is weird. And I think that there's a lot of stuff there that NASA knows about that they didn't release. And I don't think they want to go back because then there's a lot of other questions that they have to answer.
No, man, Jim. Okay, that's.
It's like that one movie where they have the red and white flag with the funny symbol on it. They saw it there first. I don't know about that. NASA's not in the business of keeping secrets. They're not a government organization.
You can't keep secrets. You can't keep secrets.
They're not a military organization. They're not. They're funded by the public.
Hey, Gavin, you're right. They're not. And the military can't even keep top secrets. You think NASA's going to keep something secret? Oh, don't think so. But no, the moon's just a big rock. there's nothing up there that.
What? I saw Transformers Dark Side of the Moon. I know what's going on, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that's what Jim's wrong.
I think I'm just gonna let this one go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jim.
Because I don't believe the moon's a rock. No, it's not.
It's a secret.
No.
And Z.
It's hollow.
It's a base, right, Jim?
It's hollow.
Now I know Jim's just pulling our leg.
I'm not. So there's a guy on YouTube that I watch all the time. It's called the White Fox.
Oh, Gavin was screwed here.
I'm taking my earbuds out as we speak.
Yeah. Oh, that was Julian. Thank you.
I'm just saying, this guy will make a believer out of you.
Jim, this is how propaganda works.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Say it enough times and everybody's going to believe it. Oh, no.
Okay.
Well, that was the premise. See, Jim, you might have watched that movie, that science fiction movie years ago about First Man on the Moon, and how they went up there and they found all those, what was it, kind of like ant-like creatures? Wasn't that what they had?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was about that anime or whatever. It was made off of an anime.
Yes.
Yeah, they had a hollow moon, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they were mutated cockroaches.
Yeah. I mean,
it's hollow. I'm just saying.
It can't be hollow. It wouldn't stay there if it were hollow.
Yeah, there's the mass.
It's not.
Can't be hollow.
It could be if it's not a natural.
It's made out of cheese.
That's right.
Cheese. That's where Fort Tells gets all their cheese, by the way.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
So actually, Jim, you might be right, because Gru did steal the moon. So there's a slight chance that it's just like a 3D printed moon that's hollow.
Okay.
Well, the problem is
PLA.
Jim, if it's hollow, it violates all the known laws of physics and astrodynamics. And if it wasn't hollow, we would never have gotten there in the first place.
Apollo, I believe, what was the one that was after the moon landing? Was that 12, 13?
12. Yeah.
12.
Wow, that was a cool one.
When they went there, they took seismographic equipment with them. And they put it on the moon. And then as they were leaving, they took the orbital vehicle that they used to get back into orbit, and they crashed it into the moon.
Yeah.
To test the seismic equipment. The moon rang for an hour. It literally rang like a bell. Even NASA said it rang like a bell. So the So they went back there again on the next mission, and they did a heavier object, and this time it rang for 3 hours.
And that is because the moon is essentially a solid body. There's no magma in the center to absorb the shock waves. That's exactly how they proved that there's no more lava or there's no more volcanic action on the moon, is because it's pretty much solidified. And you're right. And so what they also took the Saturn V first stage and crashed it, and it's all consistent with it's all consistent with the physics.
So there's no atmosphere. Sound waves are dependent on atmosphere. There's no atmosphere on the moon.
Yes, but seismographs don't use sound waves.
Right, that's just a different thing, Kevin. Well, what we're talking about is seismic waves. Sometimes I get the words wrong. Sorry about that. But it's the seismic waves were consistent with a solid body, semi-solid body. So, because that was the big question: does it still have a somewhat liquid core, or is it cooled?
They don't know.
They do know because
they've never been able to do it. And when they took the samples, unlike here on Earth, the oldest material is on the surface.
Yeah.
It should be underneath.
Not when you're impact craters. Yeah. When you're covered in impact craters and it's always flushing out old material from underneath.
Gavin, we just gotta stop.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
we do.
That's okay. Agree to disagree. That's all right. Still be friends. That's fine. You know,
Changing topics.
Yeah.
Gavin, I unlocked the BMPT 2 days ago.
Okay, well, you are no longer my friend, actually.
It's insane. It's insane. I dropped 4 nukes the other day. First day of unlocking. I didn't even have the Sabo unlocked. It's ridiculous.
Nothing will fix that vehicle besides removing it from the game.
Yeah, very true.
You can up tier it to 16.0 and it will not. It will
change
never
nothing.
be fine.
Yeah.
No.
The only way that, because okay, so I got, Curse. I got Curse 3 times. 2 of them were on Curse. And, by the railroad tracks, I'm able to just stay completely hauled down and shoot them as they're coming out of both spawns. It was crazy. And it gets an ammo box, too, which it shouldn't. And I was just able to keep replenishing my ATGMs 3 times. Like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, talk about bias. Because those things in real life suck.
Yeah.
They're garbage.
Oh boy. So they're not very good, are they, Gavin? Huh?
No.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's good. So why do they suck?
Because it's Russia. No, I'm just kidding.
When you open your mouth and you suck in air, that gives you a sucking motion.
Oh my god. Because they're reusing tank hulls for urban combat. Tank hulls that have basically no reverse gear. Which is very important for urban combat. They have no.
Not new.
I'm sorry?
Refurbished hulls, not new hulls.
Yes, not new build hulls. They're all refurbished. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they gotta be.
I don't know why they wouldn't put it at least on the T-80s hull, but I mean, it's Russian, so of course it makes zero sense.
Well, I mean, T-80's Ukrainian project originally.
Yeah, that's true, but Russia has talked for quite a few years now about reopening the production of T-80 hulls. Because apparently they're able to, so.
They gotta get into Ukraine first, though, to do that, right?
I really don't take anything the Russians say anymore. I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. I just don't. I just ignore it because everything they've ever said is in the past 5 years has turned out to be incorrect. Basically, Russian state TV is I shouldn't say that word. Not yet.
Yeah, don't say it yet.
All right, boys. It's pumpkin time for me, too. I'm out.
Yep. All right, Jim.
All right. Have a good evening.
You
Come
guys
on, brother.
Be safe.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
See you. Muddle on.
With bells on.
Ooh, with bells on. All right.
Let's see.
Now what are we gonna argue about? Sorry. Oh man.
Okay, I want to put these damn flaps down, but.
So, Gavin, that Russian thing you're talking about, I kind of missed that first part of it. What is that thing again?
BMPT.
Well, BMPT. So, okay, but it's going to be used in an urban environment.
That's what they made it for.
Okay, and then they're using the old T-72 hulls.
T-55 hulls and T-72 hulls as well. So both of them are.
So it's Frankenstein from the last show.
Yeah, they designed it in the late 90s. And even then, they don't have very many. They've got like 2 dozen apparently. That's what I've heard.
And are they kind of revising that because they want to use it in Ukraine, or what are they doing there?
It's just in the game we play, War Thunder. It's just they added it before Christmas, And it's just a holy terror. You know, it's way better than they should be because the game is developed in Russia. Well, it's not because it's developed in Russia. I mean, it's like something that just does not suit. It's not right for the game. It's not right for the game, and if it were, we'd be screwed. If it were right for the game, there'd be a lot of other better vehicles. We'll just say that.
Gotcha.
I probably conflated something here. Is that a vehicle that Russia wants to put in production in reality, or is that?
I mean, no, they've already technically put it in production, but it's it's one of those limited production things that's just a show of force around the world. Yeah.
Okay, so they have no intention of really using it targeting towards Ukraine, but because of the way war games, video games go, it's a new vehicle to include in the arsenal.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how we got between reality and video games.
Correct.
I'm 71. My brain ain't that fast.
Well, you were sure quick when you were talking about the moon, Brian.
Well, that's because I know that subject very well. You know, so it's kind of like Jim knows his diesel stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I would not deign to go talking with Jim about what I believe about diesel engines because
it's witchcraft. It's all witchcraft.
Pardon?
Diesel engine, all witchcraft.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't talk about something unless I got a pretty good idea what I'm talking about, and unfortunately,
you're our local mad scientist and astronomer. So,
well, astronomer, I wouldn't say mad scientist. I don't know about mad scientist though. Yeah, if I could come up with cold fusion, yeah, maybe so. There's another good one. Boy, I like that. That was good. When they first started talking about cold fusion, I was a technician, and I saw this lab setup that they were using, and I'm like, goodness gracious, they can't be, they can't. And it's like after that, all the whole information on cold fusion came out, and they could never reproduce their test setup, and that was where I first got my experience with mass media and how ideas can go viral. Oh boy.
Gotcha. All right.
Actually, you're kind of, that's interesting, Matt, because I got into this because I got tired of spending an inordinate amount of time preparing for an astronomical event, only to have it clouded out.
Right.
So you have this tremendous amount of wasted, because it's a one-time event more often than not, or it's an event that it happens every 2 or 3 decades.
Right.
And it got to the point where I just said, there's better things to do, and then we found out about, Dave and I found out about the Mark Twain Model Club, and that was all it took, man. It's like, I could do this when it's cloudy, huh?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm going to do it when it's not cloudy. So, trade one obsession for another.
Yep. It's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, at least our loved ones know where we're at.
You got that.
10 p.m. Do you know where your husband is?
Ooh, 10? Oh, man, it is 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still recording?
Yep.
Okay.
So, George is in there. Said he sorry he missed the last 15 minutes. Gotcha. It's all right, George. We just were talking about the moon and what it's made out of, and let's see, other sundry things. So
I still want to know if it's Roquefort cheese or palmetto. I want to know what kind of cheese it is.
right.
Okay, I figured out how these flaps go together.
Oh, good.
Finally. Because there's no, like, locating things or things that bend together properly, or, fit together. It's kind of just like, okay, here's what it looks like together.
Mm-hmm.
Make your own assumptions.
So,
Yeah.
Show us? Well, I mean, the parts are kind of small, but I can try.
Oh.
So, you've got these ribs here, right? And originally, I thought that the 3D resin piece that has these struts on it sat on top of these ribs. But no, so each strut on the 3D printed piece sits on a different one of these ribs. One might sit to the left of it, one might sit to the right. So now I've got and how much it needs to go back, because if you look at this thing, it's indented around the edges a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So it's like they're not meant to sit perfectly on top of each other either. So anyway, kind of hard to explain. I'll just do it, I guess, and show.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, it is about 10 p.m. and I've had an early morning meeting yesterday, and let's see, we got a bunch of people at school over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, so I need to get some sleep. So I think I'm gonna bail out. So
You don't have to make excuses.
it's all right, but just explaining. So hopefully next week the second chair will be filled. So wish Matt a speedy recovery. Hope he feels better.
Yep.
Let's see. Well, let's see. Tonight we had, we had Ken and Marion join us, and we had Chris and Grant and Gavin and Jim and Bob and Julian, and Carol is hiding in the background back there. And let's see. Again, Matt too. Hopefully join us next week. It'll be March. Holy cow. March 4th.
Yeah.
So March 4th will be next week. So we will see you then. So you've been joined by the Hive Mind and me. I'm Matt1, and this has been Mom with the Mats. And we will catch you next time, YouTube. Have a great night. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Mom with the Mats on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. That's all.